Hey. So I wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about um, some things that I've seen lately on YouTube. So I know this whole algorithm thing works to where they kind of pick up things, that you share, that you watch, and kind of shoot those things that may be of interest in your forefront, like in your feed. And so I've posted a few videos, and the titles of a couple of them were like braces after 50. So it's kind of like now they know that I'm older than 50. So now I'm seeing more and more older content creators, and that has been really eye-opening. It's great that I've seen those things, because a lot of these content creators are talking about becoming a YouTube content creator at an older age, and that market was not there, and how they began, and what obstacles they ran into as they were, trying to decide if they want to do it or if it's something that they should do. And so it's really interesting watching those videos. I'm 56 years old, and hopefully I don't look it. I hope I get some comments saying, girl, 56 where? But yeah, I'm 56 years old. I am, still working full time, pretty good federal government job. Not looking to make this a full-time career thing right now. I would like to have it become something as far as monetization, to supplement my retirement. I'm close to ready to hang it up, and it'll give me something to do mainly. But if there is some monetization that can come as a result of this, that would be beautiful. But I want to talk about some things that, like, some of the folks that I watched, on their videos, some of the things that at an older age you can kind of speak on, or things are looked at a little differently because you are a little older in age. One of the things that I have talked about with folks a lot is the making of friends. It's making friends after 50, especially for women. Now, I've always had not an issue, but kind of a problem with making friends. Even as a very young person, as a kid, I was really quiet, really shy, didn't really talk to folks. High school, I was kind of on the studious side, and really didn't hang out like after school, and so I didn't make those bonds. I see some of the folks on my Facebook page that I went to high school with, and there are some that have been friends, and they're going on trips. Here we are 30 some odd years into high school graduation, and they are still the best of friends, and I don't have that high school friend. Went off to college, made some friends. I've reconnected with some of the folks I went to college with, since Facebook. Facebook was wonderful in this whole reconnection thing, but I didn't form those bonds that would, it's like, girl, let's, we're going to so and so, come on, let's go on, get your flight, let's do this. I didn't have that at the time, and I was a single mother of two daughters, and money was not always available to do those things, so it wasn't a big issue. Well, now I'm at the point where it's just me and my husband. We're good financially, and I want to do those things. I want those girlfriends that, we can go on trips together. They're, married, happily married. My husband gets along with everybody, so we could do those trips together. Just someone I can confide in, someone that I can trust. When I moved here to my current location, I have no family here. My husband was born and raised in this area, and he has friends from elementary school he still keeps in touch with. Elementary school, high school, different neighborhoods that he's lived in, they still get together ever so often and hang out. He had a 24-year military career, so he still keeps in touch with his battle buddies, and the different agencies that he's worked with, he's maintained those friendships. And so, of course, he was kind enough to share those friends with me. We hang out with them and whatnot. But I wanted my own set of friends. Like I said, he was born and raised here. I appreciate him introducing me to some, the females that he grew up with, and that, he was in the military with, and those things. But I need my own set. I don't know those women, and nothing against them. Some of them are really wonderful. But I don't know their stories as far as he's related, and I don't want to have friends that I don't know that I can like completely trust. So I needed to make my own set of friends, and so I told them, I said, I got to make my own friends. I need the girlfriends that I can talk to, sometimes about you, and someone that you don't know that would come back or tell their husband, girl, Tanya said such and such and such about you. I don't need that. So I set out to make my own friends. Well, I met my husband online, and so I said, well, maybe there's an online opportunity to make some friends. And lo and behold, one day I'm on Facebook just scrolling, and this group comes across, and it's called Black Women Making Friends. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds kind of interesting. So I went into the group thing, and of course you have to kind of apply or send in like a request to become a member of this private group. And so I asked to join, and it was approved. And so once you get into the group, you start seeing that people are asking the where are you from, what area are you located, so to kind of narrow it down so that if you run into someone or meet someone online that's from your general geographic location, you guys could possibly get together and form some real friendships. So I put my location, and had a few folks reach out to me. I had this one person, just ask if, a few of her friends were going on this boat ride in Annapolis, and if I wanted to join. And I was like, oh, I don't know, y'all. So I was a little nervous about that, right? This is what I'm asking for, but when I'm getting it, I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm a little scared. But I did not go on the boat ride, and I was like, oh man, maybe I should have gone. But she didn't give up, because she was wanting a friend as much as I was, and ended up inviting my husband and I to their Christmas party. Now, I've never met this woman, and she's inviting us into her home. And so I tell my husband, he's like, this somebody you just met online? I'm like, yeah, but let's go. Let's do this. I need a friend. I need a friend. And so we did. We went to the party, had a wonderful time, And we have been the best of friends. We have traveled together. We have laughed. We have cried. I have formed in my older age a true friendship. Then I met another woman on the same, black women making friends, and we've not yet traveled together, but we have gone out a number of times with the families. We've met family, so it was just like nothing. It wasn't the difficult thing that I thought that it would be, but I don't need a lot of friends. But I do need some. I need that female friend. Now, I love my husband to death, and we talk about any and everything, but there are some things that you want to talk to your girls about. You want to go get your nails done, and or talk about your men folk when they ain't acting right. So I have been super lucky in that I did take that step, and I joined that group, and I made the friend, because it is not very easy once you get older, because folks have already formed those bonds. By the time you're 50, you've gone through that. You've got your childhood friends, you got your high school friends, you got your college friends, you got your work friends, and so sometimes there's not room for another someone in your life. So fortunately for me, these beautiful women had some room and in their lives for me, and our spouses get along beautifully, which is another plus. Not that I have any issue with being friends with a single woman, but it's just so much easier, especially as a married woman, to have happily married friends, because I love doing things with my husband. I love traveling with my husband. I don't mind, doing a trip with the girls, but I prefer to travel with my husband. So have friends who are on that same page, and to have friends who can, you run into folks who you get to the point where you're able to do some things that maybe you weren't able to do. Like I was saying, I was a single parent for a long time, and was not able to have that spare money to do too much outside of taking care of my kids. But now I can, and I want to. I mean, my husband and I are always traveling. We're not retired yet, but we tend to take 2 to 3 trips a year now. And a number of those trips we are accompanied by friends. And so to have friends who can do those things is a beautiful thing. So it's never too late. It's never too late to make friends, and it is important that you have friends, especially as women. We need friends. We need that support from the sisterhood. So if you're over 50, over 40, over 5, it's really important to have your village, especially as females. We need to support one another. We need to have each other's backs, and be there for one another. So if you have been having difficulty, I mean, you may not be wanting to join a group, you might not want your friend from online. You might have some of the apprehensions that I had when this woman just asked me to go on a boat ride. Go out in the middle of the ocean with some strangers? Nah, I ain't doing it. But I probably would have had a blast. But I'm glad that she did not give up on her search, and that she did reach back out to me for that other Christmas party event, because she has been a blessing to me, and an amazing friend. And so again, don't give up on your search. Make some friends regardless of your age, and we'll talk.